And hello out there in Blog Talk Radio land and Facebook and YouTube and Instagram and Twitter and all these other different things. And I'm sitting up here moving this camera like this. I'm trying to make sure my angle is right. No, I don't cut my head off. This is Demetrius Big Meech Taylor coming at you live and in living color right here because, darlings, it's time to dish tea, and you're dishing tea, darlings. With what? Big Meech. So, let's see. There's two things I'm going to address in this one. I'm hoping that I have enough time. Because they're current affairs and carrying on. And I think I want to address them both here because they're musically inclined. But before I do, make sure that you guys follow me everywhere. Please, I'm wanting to get my whole social media thing going on. So please, I am Big Meech1 most places. That's BIGMEACH, the number 1. Here on YouTube and on Twitter, I'm Big Meech1. On Instagram, I am Big Meech7109. And then on Facebook, you can just look for Big Meech or Demetrius Dennis Taylor, and you will have me. So that there is that. Please subscribe here on YouTube. Click the button so that you know when I'm posting something relative and new and fresh and exciting and all those things. So now saying all that, what I want to get into right now is I want to talk to y'all briefly. I'm seeing that social media, honey, y'all are blowing up with y'all comments about this whole thing with Faith Evans and Stevie J. Well, honeys, I'm going to say it like this because I like Faith. I've met Faith on a few occasions, and I've even had her on Dishing Tea with Big Meech. As a matter of fact, if you look through my archives here on YouTube and on Blog Talk Radio, you will find that interview. And being in her company, honey, Faith is a no-nonsense sister, honey. I love her. She is, one of those sisters who is just down home. She's real, and she's no-nonsense as far as I'm concerned. Most of us may not particularly care for her choices that she's made recently. However, we don't know what her struggle is, and we don't know what their relationship really is. Now, I don't know Stevie J. I've met him. Well, I didn't necessarily meet him. I've seen him because the hotel that I work for, they were filming one of the episodes of Love and Hip Hop or whatever that is, and he and Jocelyn had a suite, and they were filming out of that particular suite. So I saw him then, and I wasn't impressed, actually. Okay, to tell the truth about the matter. But, okay, he is who he is, and this is not to discredit the man or whatever, or to throw shade in that particular direction. It's just that it didn't wow me or whatever. I don't follow the show or whatever, so I had no need to go up and say, hey, what's up? But in any event, I will say that based on his persona, based on what we have come to learn of him here, in the realms of celebrity news and carrying on, this particular marriage is probably going to be this generation's version of Whitney and Bobby. You know what I'm saying? And if that's the case, then honey, it's going to play out however it plays out. And all we have to do is just trust that those two grown people, know what they're doing. Whether it is a publicity stunt or not, honey, who's to say? I couldn't give 2 cents less than a good goddamn on that. But if she is happy, then let us fortify her happiness by keeping that in positive light. A lot of folks are sitting up there, and something came up on YouTube that right after the wedding, or some girl done came out saying that she pregnant with one of his kids and blah, 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 some 20-year-old. How true that is, I have no idea. But that just came across my desk today. So with that, he has a reputation, and that reputation is what it is, okay? She knew that going in. They apparently they've been knowing each other for quite some time. So, and then she's no stranger to controversy. I mean, hell, she was married to Notorious B.I.G. She done gave Chris, kids and carrying on. So she's no stranger to all of that. So she knows how to handle herself. And Faith, darling, From Big Meech to you, sweetie, enjoy yourself. If this is all what it is, honey, who are we to sit down there and to cast doubt or whatever on it? Live your life to the fullest, honey. However long this course is going to run, let it run. And honey, I give you the wings of Mercury, honey, to run with it. You hear? And let us hope and pray. Now, my prayer is for you, girl, and I'm going to be real honest, that y'all don't become a tabloid thing the way Whitney and Bobby did. You see what I'm saying? Please, girl, you're too smart for all of that. So I'm sure that whatever this is or what it's going to become of this, that you're going to be able to bounce back. You hold yourself well. You know how to duck and dirge and carry on a lot of shady and unscrupulous behavior in the media, and you know how to present yourself. You presented yourself very well on Dish T with Big Meech, and I just encourage you to do the same, and that whatever private moments y'all have, they remain private and it doesn't become a media fiasco, okay? So, honey, God bless you. God keep you. And congratulations. I've never heard nobody say congratulations to you. So congratulations on your wedding and your nuptials. Now, having said that, I want to stay within this musical genre because we have another person, honey. I just listened to all 19 minutes and 40 some odd seconds of this goddamn song of R. Kelly's. Okay. Number one, really, 19 minutes of a goddamn song, child. This ain't even you ain't even got nothing in here that's gonna make it a club cut. This is not like back in the day when you had these musical interludes. Remember back, and you used to get those on live tracks when instrumentalists or when folks were in concert and they got to feeling themselves and they take a song, honey, and it could, this ain't even a gospel song. So if you had a gospel choir up in here and they were sitting up here riffing and running and carrying on the way that we do in church, or when I used to go to church, the way how the kids go and the choir and carrying on, that would have been something. But this here, darling, is 19 minutes of you, and I'm going to say this, you're pouring out your heart, and that's cute to some degree. But for me, it's coming a little too late for as far as I'm concerned. I will say, the Hush R. Kelly movement, I think, is totally unfair. It is totally and completely unfair. All of you who are on that bandwagon to stop this man from his music and carrying on, shame on you. And the reason why I say that is because this particular movement did not gain momentum until after the Me Too movement and after the Time's Up movement had gained its momentum. Now, Me Too has been around for such a long time, and now that it has gotten its wings and had catapulted into something completely, I won't say different, it's just that it's taken a new wave and a new life. Then out of the Me Too movement came the Time's Up movement. Now out of this Time's Up movement, and because Bill Cosby was convicted, now y'all trying to do this retroactive shit. And now you say you want to go back and you want to do this with R. Kelly. Little too late for that, I believe. Y'all, bitches, y'all are on my brain cells with this. And you may not like me for saying this, and you may have negative comments about it, and I could give 2 cents less than a damn about that. And the reason why I'm saying that is because where was this momentum in the beginning of all these allegations? When all this shit first got started, it was murmur. Yeah, you murmured. Shh, hush, hush. But it wasn't this kind of flavor. It wasn't this kind of build up. Y'all didn't even talk about the kids, the alleged kids that he had lured into his camp or whatever. You didn't even get this damn outrageous when you found out that the video he pissed on the girl, allegedly. I have to say allegedly. Okay? And carrying on. There was not this much murmur and fuss about it at the time. So now, what the hell is all this retrospect shit that you're trying to go back now and want to correct something? It's too late as far as I'm concerned, because the damage is done And it's all of you who have nothing to do with the situation. Y'all ain't even the people who said, yeah, he did this to me. You ain't even none of those bitches. Y'all are the ones who sitting up there saying, oh, because he did it, then we need to stop listening to his music. But y'all the same bitches who went to his goddamn concerts and carrying on. Y'all the ones who sit up there and put money in his pocket and things. So this whole mute R. Kelly bullshit is for the birds as far as I am concerned. Because y'all should have, it would have had better momentum had this started way back when. And because it seemed like he had got off with the slap on the wrist and carrying on, then it should have been, okay, let's mute this motherfucker so he don't make no more coin. What did y'all do? Y'all forgave him or whatever. He come out back out on tour with his 18 and over. Remember that he was on somebody's TV show or whatever doing this little song, and he had his little boy run across the stage with the sign said 18 and over. I think he was doing 12 play or whatever the song was, and he wanted to make sure it was true that he wanted somebody 18 and over. He was trying to prove himself then. That should have been what all this should have been, and you mute him and carry on and stop buying his records and carry on, but you didn't. You sat up there and you kept going, and I could say you because R. Kelly don't faze me that way. Some of the stuff I like or whatever, there's a few of his songs, but he don't move me as a singer. As a producer, yes, he produces asses off. But as a vocalist, he doesn't move me like that. He was my brother, one of my brother's favorite singers. He and Keith Sweat, but okay, that's something else. But that don't move me. So this particular mute R. Kelly movement, honey, I think, no. Y'all doing that because y'all saw Bill Cosby got charged or whatever. So now it's this whole backlash and carrying on. But I think that's bullshit. This song or this damn quote unquote confessional or whatever the hell this thing is supposed to be, this letter to the world about, this is my violin moment, honey. Oh my God, I couldn't read. I was dyslexic. Yes, I was molested by somebody in my family. Yes, I had girlfriends. I had like them old and young and all this shit that he confessed on this particular thing. Child, Robert, that's your name. This is a little too late. Because, again, for you, at the time that all this shit was in the press and it was up and running and you had all these damn allegations against you, where was your mouth at? Trying to defend yourself. We didn't get this kind of shit when you was out there like that. You did in the closet, keep it in the closet bullshit, which is what this damn thing should have been. It should have been a series that could have, if you had did it that way, it could have been something that could have gained you and made you some coin because it would have been a cute little stunt or whatever, like you did with the in the closet thing to tell the story. But no, you sitting up here on this little 19-minute rant trying to get folks to understand you. You want your diehard fans to come to your defense and carry on when you didn't defend your own damn self until now. Now that you're in the trenches, you're talking about you're broke and you got 23 lawyers and 2 or 3 managers and carrying on. Yes, you should. Because this shit is real, man. This here wasn't no motherfucking this, that, and the other. All the people in your corner who are sitting up there being your damn yes man, they ought to be arrested too for this bullshit because somebody know the truth. And if you say that you telling the truth and that all these are just allegations, where are your people that should have been in the press? Where's your publicists that should have been in the press to sit down there to dog this out, to sit down there and squash this shit? Your publicists and your representation, man, is fucked up. And that there is on you. How in the hell you paying all this goddamn money for somebody who can't protect your motherfucking brand, boy? That makes no sense to me. And now you want to come out here, you want to cuss folk out on this damn soliloquy of a damn record, and then want folks to sit down there and feel sorry. It's sad. I feel sad that you had to sit down here and go to this particular level. Now, you say in this montage of a song that your voice is all that you have left. I understand that. I got that. I'm with you on that because it seems like they done stripped you of everything else. But man, why is it that your voice, if all this voice is what you got and you cherish this, you should have been doing this a long time ago. This has been 20 years. Your ass has been in the damn press ever since the whole Aaliyah thing. Okay? About you and young girls and carried on. And Aaliyah had gone on to glory for a long time. So what is this shit? You sit up here and say you put Whitney Williams in the song. Wendy asked you about the Aaliyah. She asked you about this. She asked you about that. You say the lawyers say to be quiet. How in the hell the lawyer's gonna tell you to be quiet, but yet there is no damage control no goddamn where? That is what I'm having a problem with this damn song. Not that you sitting up there spilling your tea or whatever, because quite frankly, the tea was already out there, honey. Everybody been sipping tea or dipping their crumpets all in that tea already. But now you the one who's up there solidify it or actually give it some flavor because it's coming from your mouth. Child, you should have been doing this a long time ago. Now, perhaps you did some of this in your book. I never read your book, so forgive me if all of my facts about what you should have done, or not facts, all of my commentary about what you should have done back in the day, maybe you did in that book of yours, but I didn't read it. Okay? Now, what I am going to say is this. Your damage control, and it's interesting that you didn't put this in your damn song. Your damage control, darling, comes from your ex-wife. Because of all those allegations about what Drea said on Sister Circle when she came out and talking about being in an abused relationship and this, that, and the other, that is where the momentum is. That is the story, because that's the mother of your kids. That is everything, honey. And now y'all been divorced for 10 years and carrying on. She had been quiet, even when she was on the reality show, Hollywood Exes. She never ratted you out. Drea sat up there. She said you were the father of her children. She always gave you your props as far as your genius and carried on as far as your talent and your artistry is concerned. She never ratted you out. Never. And now she has the chance to tell her story, her side of the story about y'all's marriage. And that is where you need to sit up there and come clean now. What the fuck is this all this old bullshit about? Because they threatened to take your career away. They'd have stopped your coins from coming in because Spotify don't do you no more. And carrying on, you got love for Steve Harvey and John Legend and who else? You said somebody else in the damn thing. I think you said Tom Joyner or whoever else. You got love for them. And then you want to play the black card. How come the black women don't stand behind their black men? Well, fucker, let me say it like this. If you sitting up there doing your dirt, the way that you do your dirt, and you have got no cover up, no cleanup or nothing, everybody got a dustbuster somewhere, because you have to travel with the travel dustbuster, because if your dirt is your dirt, you got to clean up after your own ass. And now that you are a public figure, how come your boys ain't got a dustbuster somewhere to clean that shit up? That's not making sense to me, Kelly. That's not making sense to me. This damn song, honey, okay, fine. You know, it's a musical plan or whatever to get you out there and to tell your side of the story. But this here, I think, is a little too little, too late. And the way how this is going, ain't nobody gonna get through all this, because it took me like 3 different times to get through a 19-minute song. I got through the first 7 minutes, I turned it off. I was like, okay, I can't do this. But then I said, no, let me listen to this so that I could get to the gist of it. Now, the last 4 minutes is where the meat is, because that's when you sit down there, you going off on everybody, talking about fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, fuck you, you know, and this, that, and the other. Yeah, I did it now, what kind of attitude or whatever, and I'm human, I make mistakes. Yes, you are. But your mistakes, honey, should have been covered up a long time ago. You got faulty ass people in your corner, and something about that child is saying that you need to reevaluate everything who Robert Kelly Sr. is and get this shit on track. Perhaps this is God's way of sitting your big ass down so you can sit down here and reevaluate your power, because a lot of this shit is because of the power that you have. A lot of this shit is because of the control that you have. You've made yourself a name in the industry as an artist and as a producer. And as I think you have your own record label, however that goes. You have made yourself to be the person that you are. Okay, and you had help along the way. So now it's time for you to reimagine, readjust, re-edify that power, and realize how you could do it for good. It's awfully funny how you said talking about God is the only one who can mute me. God can this and God can that. And now all of a sudden, I never heard you talk about God like this before. Now, you talking about in the song, oh, I've done this for the community. Don't nobody talk about that. Well, hell, you didn't talk about it, motherfucker. How in the hell you want somebody to give you accolades and stuff for your community service when nobody knew about it? You from Chicago. You in the song, you sitting up there, oh, this is an invitation. How come y'all ain't using me to do this, that, and the other? Why do they have to give you an invitation? If that is your hometown, honey, the kind of coin that you got, bitch, you should have been down there in Chicago already. Don't nobody got to give you an invitation to go home unless you fucked up home. How about that? But in any regard, I will say this. I'm going to stand behind you with the fact that the Hush R. Kelly movement, I'm going to reiterate, I think the Mute R. Kelly movement is bullshit. And that this here is, I think it's just reactionary. I think we as black folks have gotten on a bandwagon that had nothing to do with us. Because one of the things that, if we are as forgiving as we claim to be and as we have demonstrated, because I don't care what it is, there's been some times where some folks have done some shit. And then all it takes a little time to die down. Then all of a sudden they right back at, we done forgave them and then they went back into some shit. But I think this movement here is emotional, and I think it's reactionary to everything else. And because they did that to Bill, they're coming after you. You see, who is it? Anthony Anderson just got a child about something. And then when you read up on that, it has no facts. The woman can't even talk about it or whatever. They can't even pinpoint what the hell it is. It's just talk. So right now, I think it's reactionary. But sir, this damn song of yours or this heart-wrenching whatever, okay, soliloquy, monologue, stage, actually you should do this on stage, child. This is a one-man show piece. This here, I think, is something too little too late. And I don't think it's going to give you the damage control that you're looking for. And your publicist, those children should have said that. And also, I think here, this is a knee-jerk reaction because you feel you had to do something in order to get it out there. And I think what you should have done is got with your lawyers, honey, and did a press conference, a real one, and sat down there, get with somebody. How come you didn't go to Oprah? How come you didn't go to the sisters down at Sister Circle? You know Selena Johnson. How come you didn't go to Sister Circle? And be like, give the exclusive there. Drea did. That's what Drea did, her exclusive. Why didn't you go there? It's like, you know what? Give me the whole hour and let's do this. You know what I'm saying? Your people, ooh, I don't know about that, baby. I don't know about that. And I'm going to leave it there because I'm running out of time on my recorder and I don't want this thing to cut off on me. So right there, right now, if you got comments or whatever, if you agree with me, let me know. If you disagree, let me know. Let's dish this tea and dunk those crumpets and all of this, darling. And with that, my darling, you may finish all of your crumpets, honey, because the tea has been dished. Ha! And you've been dishing tea right here with Big Meech. This is going to be a hot one. I want to see what y'all going to say on this one. Ha!